And welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains. This is Season 2 of our D&D campaign. A little bit of Final Fantasy thrown in here for your viewing pleasure. So if you like those two things smushed together, stick around because we've got plenty of it for you. We also have our older episodes posted up on our YouTube page, so make sure to check those out. Not only do we do D&D campaigns, we had a previous D&D campaign, of course, run by our very own Matt. Check that out on our YouTube page under Campaign 1. We also have some other things, one-shots of different kind of styles of games. We have murder mystery setting going on. We also have Monster of the Week, and we've got some fabulous other one-shots like Honey Heist done by our very own Alysia. We also have a Humblewood one-shot done by our very own Travis. So make sure to go and check those out. We do appreciate it. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff so we can get past that tricky boss called the algorithm. Also, guys, we do have our socials posted down here, so make sure to visit our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, whatever you use the most. We appreciate a follow and comment there as well. We understand, though, that sometimes you can't get away with having YouTube up at work. Shame on them for not letting you, but we understand. But we got you covered, don't we, Travis?
Oh, gee, yeah, sure we do. Hey, you can go over to your favorite podcast platform, whether that be Apple or Google or Amazon or Spotify, and a bunch of crazy little other ones. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe and follow us there, because every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central Time, we will release the previous week's episode in audio form, so just in time for your morning commute. So go over there right now and download them, and we appreciate your support.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
You betcha. Anyway, what happened last time, Alysia?
Oh, you know, I can't do a Minnesota accent, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I can do a southern accent. Do you want me to do southern? I don't know. I called my note The Tale of Two Princes. Watch it. You'll know. Well, the metal moved up Milos' leg and his stomach and all that stuff. And then his friend was like, dude, do you even know what this does? Exactly like that. And he brought in a female Hrothgar who was like almost fully covered in it and had to be subdued because it makes them angry or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Not angry, but like
Ravenous is the word.
Yeah, ravenous. Yep. I couldn't read it. That's why I made up a word.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's see. Oh, and then Gregor did a mental history, why does this look familiar, kind of thing. And some metals amplify certain qualities or emotions, like the Empire has used it to nullify fear in soldiers. And then Gregor got a note that was only for his eyes only. And his friend found some Magitech buried under the main church,
Which we knew about.
We saw it.
Yeah.
Albed have been planning a coup against the church for 6 years. Milos got to meet Rin. He's like a big boogeyman to the church. Stories about him and Machina. Nico and him started working together 6 years ago because Nico discovered a Machina that could be ridden in and it shoots a ball of light. And they also found a massive airship that seems to function on moonlight, but they can't get it powered up all the way. We identified all the items we got from Yojimbo. They do things. Oh, and then a tear in space opened up in the tent and Joker rolled out. And we found out, well, we found out. I took his mask off. It was mostly broken anyway. He's got a third eye. He's wearing Galavan armor. It's royal armor, and he's the second son of the Emperor. But he won't let Gregor say his name. Joker gave us a key to sneak in the tower with, and then he passed out. And they're waiting for Milos, so we have to go in sneaky. Oh, and then we heard Bork's speech, and there was a lot going on, but mostly he's got Milos' mom and dad and he found out that his mom and dad aren't his mom and dad, and that's the worst way to find out you're adopted. And also,
CNN.
Basically.
yeah, and also that his dad was made in a lab or some shit.
Chimerical is the word they use.
chimerical, yeah. That's it. That's what I got. That's where it ended, I think, too. So that's what I got.
So yeah, last time Milos unfortunately fell unconscious because of the closeness that these metals seem to exasperate the amount that it grows within. So quite a bit of metal had taken over Milos's body, and he finds out a little bit more about the metal itself. And then he also gets some information about the opendnd and how they've been planning a coup for quite a while now, and that they have found some pretty big cache of old machina that is near the border with the Empire. But the Empire hadn't known about it yet. And they also had found a pretty massive airship as well. We cut back to the tent, and all of a sudden Joker appears before everybody. And Gregor's recognition of his armor lets him know that this is the second-born prince of the Emperor. And treats him with such reverence as well, but Joker demands that his name not be said here, and that Gregor only calls him Joker here. So, Joker gave very explicit directions for Milos not to go to the tower, as it would only end poorly for him. And he also gave a key to Asher, saying that they could sneak in. But we haven't seen what the key does just yet. The team takes a long rest, and in the morning there is a bit of commotion outside of their tent, and they see a broadcast by Milos's kind of arch rival Boric, showing that he had Milos's mother and father, and that Milos's mother says that he is not her son, but rather the queen's, and that his father was what is known as a chimerical. Now we get to find out what the party's going to do about all that today. So, you guys are kind of thrust into the situation. This is pretty big, shocking news to you, Milos.
Everybody looking at Milos like...
I like shock Pikachu.
I'm sure Milos is at a loss for words. Just staring at what used to be the broadcast, because I'm assuming it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Just in disbelief. And... well, that was something. I mean, I kind of knew that I was linked to Chimera in some way, but I didn't think my aunt would be my mom.
I am sorry for all the troubles you seem to have experienced in a very short amount of time.
It's not your fault. We literally just met you. And this is crazy.
Did he say your last name is Novak?
Yeah, that's my mom's last name, I guess.
Oh, That is very interesting.
Why is that interesting?
I've heard Novaks before. Not look like you, but there are Novaks back in Empire.
What do they look like?
Oh, they look like, a guy with skin and no fur. Well, some are furry.
You mean a human?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean, you are like. It's your mother's last name?
yeah, everyone that's born after the queen takes power gets their last name. So Nico is Nico Novak.
Oh.
My mother and father, I'm still gonna call them that, are Mila Novak and Castamir Novak.
Okay, so.
Right.
Was your aunt made in a lab too?
I mean,
Mother?
he said she was a mutt too, so I don't know exactly what that
So maybe
means.
there's like a mad scientist in the Empire that's making fake Hrothgar, and he gave them his last name.
Maybe. Fuck. I have no idea. I mean,
That would be a great plot of a book.
I'm sure it would be.
Ellie starts reading.
I do not give you permission to write my biography.
I'll change the names.
That doesn't help. People are going to figure out the only Hrothgar are... Unless you change the races too,
I can
guess.
change the races. That's fine. It could be lizard folk.
Don't they eat their kin?
I don't know. I've not met one.
Oh, okay. Well,
At any rate, I never met people like you.
Hrothgar?
Yeah, before several days ago when I come across this camp here.
I've
but-
never met people like you either.
I mean,
But
that's fair.
it's pretty understandable for me.
If you don't come to, the Oasis or anywhere nearby, you probably aren't going to. I mean, that's kind of where we hang out.
But it's interesting. But, as I said before, everything used to be Empire. So, maybe you have roots in the north.
Maybe. We do have a friend in the north. If we could ever get past the mist to visit him. The dragon we saved?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can get past the mist. You're just gonna have to contain me.
Yeah, you can't get past the mist.
I can. I must be contained.
Right.
Or unconscious.
Or put in a pocket dimension.
Like this jug that nobody will let me open?
The jug's a pocket
It
dimension?
says the only thing that we can get off of it is that it is a pocket dimension.
It
Well.
seems very dangerous.
Well,
That's what they tell me. They won't let me open it.
I don't think right now is the best time to be doing anything unusual.
Well, what are we going to do about this tower? Because you can't go.
I know. Maybe you should go without me, and maybe I should just stay here. I don't know.
Becky? And
I can stay with Becky. I can.
Joker? You can take care of our poor sick friends. Well, Becky's dead, but, it's
Yeah.
a type of sickness.
I mean, I can watch over Joker. I mean, does Joker look? Is Joker there when we wake up?
Yep.
B, does it look like he's pretty fucked up still?
I mean, Ellie did her best.
I wrapped him in bandages.
Yeah. Ellie made him
Clean
basically a mummy in bandages.
And then I swaddled him in a blanket. Ellie mommed him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, besides the little bit of healing, he's still in bloody bandages,
I'll
and
clean them. I'll put new ones on in the morning.
it is the morning.
I'm putting new ones on now.
You're outside of the tent.
I gotta go take care of Joker.
Let's go back into the tent and we can talk about our options.
Joker, wake up.
And he, again, coughs up some
Oh,
pretty terrible
you
blood.
need to get that out of there. Let's get you new bandages.
Hmm.
And some hot. Can I use prestidigitation to make water hot?
I think it can change the temperature. I think it can.
There's a lot of things prestidigitation can do, and it just seems like a pretty good MacGuffin. Let's see here.
Oh.
You can chill, warm, or flavor 1 foot of cubic non-living material.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I pour some water in a bowl and I press prestidigitation to make it warm, and I get some bandages and start dressing his wounds.
As she's doing that, Gregor, you see that this, whatever this is, has eaten away at, or damaged Magitech armor, because this stuff is made to, I mean, your armor is one thing, but this is armor that's supposed to be made to protect the royalty. So, something has greatly damaged this armor. You see that there is like great gashes and bends in the metal that really shouldn't be possible without extraordinary force.
Michael Joker, forgive my protest, but I do believe an Empire physician would be better in the situation. I don't know how you got here, but you should really go home. However you can. The best doctors would heal you in an instant.
I'm a great physician as I tighten a bandage. You remember when I didn't like you? And now I'm sitting here taking care of you. We've grown as our friendship.
Yeah, we have, definitely. We have.
So
Please
what
don't.
fucked you up?
Well, I mean, I think you've probably seen him already. No doubt.
The other masked person?
Yeah. That's Jack, unfortunately.
That's the one with the white mask, right?
White mask and green cloak.
Is it the one we saw with Boric?
No, you saw with the other fully armored individual with the Hrothgar in the desert.
Why were you fighting him?
Well, just like Ace, he's
Jerk.
gone down the wrong path.
He murdered a bunch of people yesterday.
Sure.
The ones that wear all of the masks on their face and stoop like this.
He like looks at Milos like hunched over in your normal kind of position, and he's like, "What?"
No, there were lots of. What are they called? What's the race called?
The Careth?
The Careth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed a whole tribe of them yesterday. Well, he didn't. Some guards that he had did, but he was directing them.
He's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And he like points to himself, obviously, and he says he's another Esper keeper.
Are you going to steal his ass too?
Don't want to, but he can't be left.
Are any of the masked people in your group, like, not assholes?
And he kind of smiles a little bit, and he says,
I mean, at least not bad assholes. You're a good asshole.
"Thanks."
I'm just insulting you.
Yeah, it's fine.
And he says, "Well, unfortunately, when you make pacts with Espers, the Espers... Do you know the tale about the Espers?
Maybe.
Long time ago, when the world was in quite a bit of chaos, we were kind of on the brink of destruction from the elemental planes, and eventually the 12 placed crystals at the ley lines of those intersections between our plane and the elemental planes, and we were given the guardians of those elements, and he points to whatever. Do you still have Misty out right now? Points to Misty, and
Misty's
says,
just like laying on top of his lap. Well, no, Misty's big, isn't it? Misty's laying.
well, no, Misty's, smallish size, so, and also hovers, so.
Misty's trying to do biscuits like coffee, but it's a dragon and it's mist, so it can't.
Sure. But he points to Misty and is like, and so we get the Aeons, but there was a long time ago when force of light that helped make those Aeons wasn't so good, and it's lost to history, but this is when a group of heroes known as the Warriors of Darkness came about, and they were heroes chosen by the dark to right some wrongs that the light was doing. Because it doesn't matter what side of the coin you are on, too much light can be a bad thing as well. And so to right those wrongs, the darkness decided to fight the opposing force by making opposition to the Aeons. And that's when we got the Espers. Fortunately, as darkness does ever so often, once the light was back in control and in power, the darkness ended up corrupting the Espers, so those Esper forces are very powerful, and they also can corrupt. And it takes a very strong-willed individual to even make a pact with them, and an even stronger one to not be swayed by their influence.
Don't you have a pact with you now?
I do. And he, coughs up a little more blood.
You gotta keep that inside of you. It's important for living.
Unfortunately, it's been something that's been happening since I took Ace's pact on.
Can't you just withdraw a pact? I don't know how it works.
Can you withdraw from the Aeons?
No.
And he just kind of smiles at you.
Can someone else take the pact?
Someone else could, but it's really hard to trust somebody. Because the Espers, unlike the Aeons, don't choose summoners. They choose one harbinger in the world to carry their powers. They don't have the powers to be able to make multiple pacts like the Aeons do. They can only usually choose one person. But Jack has a particular nasty Esper that he has made a pact with. Known as the Death Seraph.
Oh. I don't know what any of that means, but I don't like any of those words.
Did you say Death Sare?
Seraph.
Oh.
So, for death.
What?
Its name is Zalera. And Solera can apparently give one the powers over death. Being able to scoop up souls from the life stream as it sees fit. From what I see, he's been able to summon unsent and control them.
Oh, you should stay away from them.
Actually, that could be part of why I'm here.
Do you think that he has something to do with it?
Not necessarily that.
Oh, a catch up. Since you've missed us for a while. Becky's dead. She's that rug over there. And
He looks over to one of the rugs on the ground.
her soul is trapped in space.
The void.
The void. Space void. With I don't know, the last person she made a pact with.
Diabolos.
That one. Marquies' body tried to murder all of us, but he just murdered Becky.
I guess I have been gone for a little while.
This happened in like a day.
Yeah, I did. Oh, we had an airship for
It was a day.
3 hours. And then we crashed it into the desert.
Oh.
There's a giant purple worm running loose under the world.
Oh.
Massive. And there's something forcing all the souls into the live stream to the capital underneath Baron. Where I got the Mist Dragon. Say hi, Misty.
And he's like, oh.
Oh, but we did destroy the machine that was there, but I think that's only a temporary cure.
Huh.
I feel like there's more. Oh, Milos is adopted.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
I mean, my mom is still alive. She's my aunt.
He really is a prince.
Again, we don't have princes.
I mean,
I am of royal blood, I guess, but
But you two have that in common then.
Yay, we're both princes.
And he just kind of looks at Gregor and he's like,
I mean, at least I have, I guess, more right to the throne than you do. A throne.
You don't have any right to a throne because you said that's not how your culture works.
That isn't, but I guess.
in the event of emergency, smash glass.
Right.
And he's just kind of rubbing his head and like holding his wounds a little bit.
And I got my own summoner horn from a phoenix we met in a cave in the desert.
Silver linings.
Yes.
Maybe we should let Joker rest and recuperate.
I'm just letting him know what we've been up to. He let us know what he was up to.
Yeah. And I'll turn to Joker and look him dead in the eye and say, I know you're dying, at least in some fashion.
What gave it away? And he hawks up another blood clot.
You really need to stop doing that.
He obviously can't.
I know. Okay.
So,
Do we know that Becky is a warrior of darkness? Did she tell us that?
I think Joker told us that.
Okay. If we could bring her back, could she take your Esper?
And he's thinking, and he's like, that, no.
Is it because she's supposed to be the one that causes the next calamity?
Who told you this?
The dragon?
Oshirosho. Oshiroshi.
I know it's foreign and hard to pronounce, but, and he's like, Oshiroshi.
That's her dragon daddy.
Dragons could complicate things.
He said that he would come and find us if we tried to bring her back. He's also the one who told us her soul was stuck in the void.
Huh.
And then Kefka reanimated her body and it was terrifying.
Who?
Kefka?
Who?
He's like a clown god.
Yeah, a lot of things have happened since
She
you
made a
were
pact
out,
with him.
Oh, good. Okay.
That was only the next day.
Right.
That was shortly after we saw you last, actually.
A lot of shit happens in a day.
Yeah. It's been like 3 days. I mean, like,
To be fair, you guys did travel for 3 days.
yeah, we
so,
did. It's been like 5 days
Sure.
since we've seen him. I
But-
think you're all cut up now.
Okay. And he just kind of he's sitting there like, oh my god.
Yeah, have some tea.
Have you made the tea?
Yeah.
He's like, thank you. And he just kind of sets it down next to him.
It's with peppermint. It's not bad tea.
It's still hot.
I don't lie. I made you press an invitation to make it cooler.
Damn it.
Iced tea?
Yeah.
Oh, now it's too cold out.
They make it warm, like a little warmer again. Why don't you want to drink my tea?
I'll drink it in a moment.
Have I offended you in some way? I thought we were friends now.
You have offended him, and I smacked the tea away.
Oh! And he's like, no,
Listen, I know that he's your prince, but he's not my prince. So I'm just going to treat him like a regular person.
That's how all princes should be treated.
Yeah, that's how I treat you. I do call you a prince. Actually, I think I treat Marquies more highly esteemed than both of you guys.
That's accurate.
the real prince.
He's got 6 books written about him. Do you?
I've written 6 books about myself.
That's not as cool.
I mean,
In
they're...
crayon.
yeah,
Just picture books.
yeah, they're just drawings.
So I think at this point, Gregor is he after hearing all this, I don't think he understands what's going on, but he's like, please, Lord Joker, I don't know what the Nesper is, but if it is a burden that is killing you, let me take it. You know I would give my life to preserve the Empire and the ones that make it great, like you. I will take this burden from you.
Is everyone in your country mind-washed?
Listen, loyalty is a good thing in certain people.
No.
And he says, listen, you get it? I'm not. I'm second in line.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
He cares.
And he will.
It's really weird.
And he's like, I thank you for that, but no, this burden must be mine.
Even though it's killing him.
Sometimes we die. Sometimes people don't worry.
And I am willing to die.
I will make sure to send him to the live stream if he dies on my watch.
That's assuming he can go
As
to the live
all
stream.
things should return to the live stream.
Are you looking right at Marquies?
Looking back at Marquies.
What about Becky? Does Becky...
We just paused that. That's just on pause.
She doesn't deserve to go to the live stream?
No, she does.
Just
When
set
it's
the-
her time.
Yeah.
It's not her time yet.
Oh, so you can decide when it's her time.
No one here
Yeah,
that can.
she's pro. Whatever.
So are you have you been given power over death? Are you saying she can't die until she's...
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she died in a really unfair way, and she's not done with her shit. I don't want her to be like sad in the
A vengeful
after.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
She
definitely
should
would
be able to slap her mom across the face one last time
Slap your mama.
before she goes on to the great beyond.
I mean, she's gonna be a vengeful spirit regardless.
That's just Becky.
Because that's just Becky.
That's just Becky.
And Joker says, why don't... Okay, I have to take in everything and think about some things.
Yeah.
Why don't you all go out and do whatever you need to do?
So we're going to the tower, right, guys?
Well,
You are not allowed to.
Ugh.
you just want us to go
Fine.
without him?
No, I meant, like, this is a chance for you to gather provisions. I'm sure you haven't been in a city for a while.
This is not a city. This is a lean-to of tents.
Oh.
Perhaps there are some things that they
I
have.
That was
imagine
offensive
that-
to someone.
Yeah.
All of this. I imagine that all the supplies that they have here that they need for themselves.
And I'm sure they would like to trade with people who have goods and services to provide.
I didn't want my root vegetables. I offered them yesterday.
Nico specifically did not want your root vegetables. You did not offer to anyone else.
Well, I already buried them. So.
They're preserved, remember? You can dig them up and try and sell
Maybe
them.
they'll grow.
Not in the desert, honey.
That's fair.
I would have to create an entire ecosystem just to make them survive in the desert.
I'll do it.
That sounds like a lot of spells.
Well, what else are we going to do
Wait,
today?
is
Joker won't let us go anywhere else.
It's possible, though?
It's
I
completely
didn't
possible.
say that. I just said you should go and maybe look around. Maybe there are things that you will need for your journey ahead. I don't know.
He's hinting that there are probably people that can help us to maybe, like, get past some guards or some shit. Like,
I'm just wanting you to leave the tent so I can think about things without...
We did give him a lot of information.
That's
He's a
true.
jerk off.
yeah.
I need a hot toddy.
Well, I got you. Wait. Pour some liquor in this.
Pour some liquor.
You know, it's really
in
not
this.
like
You made me drink it once.
I mean, yes, you can put drink it, but it's not. It's really liquor.
What did you give me?
It was a more pure alcohol. I mean, it wasn't pure alcohol. There was definitely water in it, but it wasn't crafted for drinking purposes.
Then why did you make me drink it?
Because it shut you up for a minute.
One of those for her.
Wow, I feel very appreciated. Okay,
You certainly seemed to feel a lot better afterward.
I did.
Well, then it did the job that I invented for that.
Well, you should invent something to keep me from trying to murder you while we go through the mists.
Well, you didn't like my suggestion last time.
You wanted to put me in a cage.
Yes.
I don't like being in
I
a
will
cage.
point out that you said to be put in a cage just moments ago. Everyone here heard it.
That's true. You
Better when I'm the one that suggested. When you do it, it's creepy.
Regardless, question: did Araha come back last night?
He did not.
Maybe
He's cheating on you.
That doesn't matter right now. Why don't we go maybe try and find him? Maybe he's in danger. Maybe let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what this is about?
Joker just needs some time alone, guys. Just let him
If I find
bleed
him,
out.
if he's cheating on you, do you need me to slap him?
Just let him bleed out in peace.
No, you don't need to slap him. We will have words.
Do I need to scold him harshly?
No, it's fine.
All of you. This poor man, his family is in danger, and now he just learned his boyfriend is cheating on him.
We don't know he
He is
actually.
having a very bad day. Give him a break.
We haven't put labels on it, for one, so we're not, like, officially boyfriends.
Yeah, they just sleep together. It's loud.
I wasn't going to make that canon, but I guess if you want
It's
to.
canon now.
Okay. I mean, yeah, just because we fuck a couple times doesn't mean we're, together. Didn't put a ring on it. Anyway.
Whoa, wait.
You guys have only known each other for a
How
week.
to put it?
There needs to be no rings.
Anyway, let's go see where he is, baby. He's in danger. Maybe he found something cool for
He
us.
said baby. He's definitely into him.
You did say baby.
I said maybe.
I heard baby.
I heard-
I
oh my
heard
God.
baby.
It's okay.
I'm walking out of the tent. I'm leaving.
Joker looks at you and is like, you should go too.
You should take care of Becky for us, thanks.
He looks over at the rug. And is like, yeah, sure.
Don't do anything weird.
Yeah, don't
Let's go.
do anything weird. You
Leave.
have a good time. Goodbye.
Guard them. Make sure they don't do anything
As you wish.
weird.
Wait, before we leave, I want to pop my head back in his head. Do you know anything about the void?
Not yes and no. I know of the void. I don't really dabble in the void at all.
Okay.
Maybe it's in my book.
I was wondering if it was a plane or not.
Maybe it's in Becky's book.
Oh.
Oh!
I can't read that. Read it to me. Later.
Okay.
Are you opening No. Hold on a second. Are you opening Becky's book?
I cracked it a bit.
Huh?
I cracked it a bit.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! Somebody told me it would make my brain hurt. Oh no!
What is it?
It's like a 7.
Oh, that's not good.
So you've already walked out the tent, Milos,
Yeah.
and everybody else is about to pour out, but you ask about the void, and you see as Elliot's like, oh, maybe Becky's book, and goes over to Becky's body, and
No, I have the book, remember?
oh yeah, that's right. You pull it off your belt, and you it's a very dark tone. The pages themselves are literally black with etchings in white, and you have to unclasp it, and as you do, the book swings open, and as it does, there is this dark energy that emits from the book itself, and suddenly you look and you see as looks to be this little wisp of darkness seems to fly right out of the book and right into Ellie's face.
Can I close it?
Yeah.
Click. Don't tell anybody that happened, okay?
Okay, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either. Do you want to hold the book now? I don't want
Yeah,
it.
it's my book now.
Here you go. I don't like it anymore.
Okie dokie.
This is my book.
Are you guys leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So whoever was in the tent at that moment.
I like to think it was me and Din.
I
It's
said-
Joker.
Okay.
I was
It's
leaving
Joker.
for last.
And also Joker.
And also Joker.
Joker's like, bitch, you're on borrowed time.
Oh, no.
Joker's like, you should get that looked at before you leave the tent.
How do I get it looked at?
You're gonna have to find somebody who's a lot more knowledgeable in the void than I am.
Does remove curse work?
That's not a curse.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Who would know? Who would know?
Probably someone who has a lot of knowledge about the void.
I don't know anybody who has a lot of knowledge about the
You
void.
should probably find one.
Kefka, are you in there? Oh, fuck. Well, I'm cursed.
I'm cursed.
Don't tell anybody about this, okay? It's just you, me, and Joker
I
that knows
didn't,
this.
I didn't ask anything. I didn't see nothing.
We know what happened.
It's a good
You have the
title.
book now because you
Oh,
wanted to
I'm
feel closer to
cursed.
Becky, okay?
God, you're just like sisters. Don't tell mom.
That's good. Maybe they have some weird animals here you can buy.
Okay.
So you guys leave the tent, and there's quite a few people out here, just kind of walking between the tents. You see a number of it's a throng of random people. Honestly, you see a number of opendnd. While the stigma is less than those of churchgoers here, it seems that the opendnd still take to wearing their goggles over their eyes, so they can't be differentiated from most people. Also to protect it from the sand and the sun, as they are tinted, so you can't see into the goggles. But there is a throng of people here. There are quite a few Hrothgar, but there also are a few dragonborn. You do see a few lizard folk, but also you see some Gareth and some Lalafels. You also see a number of Rogdans as well. You even see the passing elf or two. So it's definitely a throng of different races here. Most of them don't seem to have really any love for the church at this moment. So what you do notice, though, exiting the tents that you did not see in the darkness of last night, there are definitely people that are standing guard on the outside edges of the tents, but you also do see a couple of very decently large machines, some kind of machina that are spaced out every 20 to 30 feet from each other around the outside of the perimeter of the tents.
Do you think there's anybody here that knows about the void? Do you want them to look at the book? No, I want them to look at my face. See if I'm cursed.
I don't know. Does it look like there are any magic users here?
You can make an investigation check as you ask around.
8.
Yeah, sure, you find a couple of magic users, but unfortunately they're the type that are basically just using prestidigitation to impress folks and do a little sleight of handies and...
Ellie is impressed.
Absolutely.
She can do that. She's impressed.
Fair enough.
Can you do that trick again? That was cool.
Yeah, you see, we'll say that you found the soul turtle who's bouncing a little spark of light. He's doing a really good job of moving it down from his hand, and it slumps over his turtle shell and it goes to the edge of the other hand, and he makes it spark.
That's so cool.
Thanks.
You're so talented.
Thanks.
Do you know anything about the void?
What? And he just kind of moves on, picks up the hat that he was using for to catch coins that people were tossing in.
Okay, nice to meet you. I don't think we're gonna have any luck. Everyone keeps doing that when I ask them.
Do we see any Makote?
No, strangely enough.
I will start approaching any Hrothgar that I might recognize familiarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily family or anything, obviously, but hey, Greg, you look familiar, right? I've seen you around or whatever. And
We
be
go to
like,
school together.
yeah, right. You were an asshole. It's fine. But just kind of start asking around if they've seen any Makote. And not give a description, just Makote,
Mm-hmm.
and if I get a hit, then I'll continue. But
So you're asking around a bit. Why don't we just go ahead and have you make a persuasion check while you're checking around, because you're kind of getting the stink face now after all of the
that's fair.
The stuff that's been told about you. So
Do there happen to be any dwarves around? I'm just curious because I have an advantage because I have the bell dwarf kind. Oh, that's bad. That's a 4.
you're getting a lot of stink eye. After this information that's been leaked about you and your family, it seems like everybody of the Hrothgar race are kind of avoiding you.
Well, this isn't helpful. I will try one of the Albed and I'll speak in their language and see if they are more receptive.
Sure. So Let's go ahead and have you make persuasion with advantage since you are speaking their language.
Okay. That's a 19.
19. So yeah, you do manage to strike up a conversation with three Elspeth that seem to be they're kind of stumped or like slooped over this rug that's kind of out, and it looks like they have either taken apart some kind of machina or they're trying to figure out how to put it back together. And you approach them and they start speaking to you, and what are you asking about?
Have you by chance seen any Makote around, like last night or today at all?
And they kind of look at each other for a second, and one of them goes, Kote. Yeah. Didn't we see that one with the fancy red hat and the really fancy sword on the hip? And they were like, yeah, I think we saw him speaking to that guy with the big cloak over his shoulders.
Big cloak.
Yeah, short fella with big brown cloak over his shoulders.
Doesn't sound familiar of a description, right? Where by chance did you guys see this interaction?
And they kind of like do the small talk to each other and be like, oh yeah, where was that? And one of them goes, I think it was over by the wasn't it over by the old witch's tent over on the east side of the encampment? And they were like, yeah, I think it was. Man, what a weird place. And they're like, I think it's over on the east side of the camp. You're gonna find a really weird, like, purple tent. It's got these really weird, like, yellow goldish tassels on them, and it's kind of off from all of the other tents. So nobody really likes going over there except for the weirdos.
Well, I mean,
That's us.
if
You're the weirdos, mister.
if that's where you saw my friend, I guess I better go track him down. And I will thank them, and I'll take a look at what they're trying to fix.
Mhm.
I'm not good at fixing things. I have a little bit of experience, but I just want to try and see if I can help them in any way.
Yeah, go ahead and
Would that be like an investigation or maybe just intelligence?
well, yeah, why don't we have you go ahead and make an investigation check?
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Nicely done. Yeah, you take a look at this, and all of the pieces, they have them kind of scattered out. You actually reckon that they're trying to put something together. They actually hadn't taken it apart. They've got all the pieces for what they need to, and you're kind of looking at it, and you're looking at it from their perspective, and then you kind of cock your head to the side a little bit, and then you walk around to the other side of the rug where they're standing, and you are like, oh, no, that piece goes there, and that piece goes there. So, and they're like, oh, hey, we didn't think about it that way. Why don't you come back later? We'll show you what we're working on.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I better go and catch up with my friends as I see them leaving the tent at this point, I'm sure. And I'll wave them down, and I'll tell them about the old witch's tent. And
There's a witch tent?
yeah, I guess.
Do you think she knows about the void?
Maybe.
We should learn more about the void.
Well, maybe let's go and find out. She's over on the east side.
Okay. No reason except for that we need to save Becky.
Yeah, I that's what I assumed. You were thinking of
I'm
Becky.
very, very worried about Becky's soul and it's safety and stuff.
Do I passively insight that she is being very nervous about something?
That's nervous.
Go ahead and roll a deception for us,
Me?
Ellie. Yeah, you.
But I am worried about Becky.
Yeah,
But there, you are hiding something.
you definitely are.
I would never. Oh, 20 dirty.
Oh,
So-
that's higher than my passive.
Yeah, seems like she's probably pretty worried about Becky.
Okay. Yeah, let's go talk to this old witch, maybe Araha. And he was talking to this dude with a... What, did he give a stature? Like, was he short or tall?
Yeah, it was a shorter person is what they were saying.
Shorter dude. I mean, maybe he found someone new. Whatever.
Are you really upset?
I don't care.
Are you lying?
Do you want to check me?
No, I trust you to be honest.
Then why are you asking if I'm lying?
I'm just, I don't want you to be sad.
I can handle if...
I mean, honestly, this isn't the worst thing that's happened to you today. I think that your whole earth being shattered by who your parents are is probably the biggest issue that's happened to you today. How are you doing with that, by the way? I would be devastated.
It's new information. I'm not saying I love it, but it's... I mean,
you love your aunt.
she helped raise me, so it's not like I didn't know my mother. I would like to know who my father is and how I was made, but also, that's not important right now.
What is your passive perception?
18.
18. While they were talking about, or while she was talking about Becky, you were like, oh yeah, maybe she's worried about Becky. You look at her belt, because you know that she took Becky's book. It's not there anymore, and you kind of glance over at Din as she comes out behind her, and you're like, oh, Din's holding the book now.
Mm-hmm. So, Din, what language is that book in, by chance? Just curious. I was wanting to check to see if Becky knew a language I know.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Do you want to see it?
Din can't read
Yeah.
anything but Draconic.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the book, and
Don't open it.
What?
Don't open it.
Why
Because
not?
it's Becky's personal book. It would be rude.
Why try and find Becky when we can all get into a deal with Diabolos and go see him ourselves?
Why find a way into the void when we can all just make a pact with him and go there ourselves?
Let's just waltz right in.
It's Becky's book. You don't want to. She might keep it as a journal too. She might have.
Okay. Well then, but again, why does Din have it if she can't read it?
Well,
Safekeeping. Becky was like a sister to me.
To be fair, their relationship has changed
she
in the last
just really
couple of
misses
days.
her a lot and wanted something of Becky's to keep on her. So I thought she could carry the book. She can't read it, so she's not going to invade Becky's privacy.
You opened the book, didn't you?
No.
She opened the book.
Thank you, Din. Thank you, Din. I appreciate your honesty.
Okay, so I might be cursed.
Ellie, I am disappointed in you.
I wanted to see if there was anything about the void in there.
You lied to royalty. How could you?
Oh, please. You know how many times you lied to me? You're the reason I sold Poppy.
I merely suggested it. You took it in
You're
random.
the reason I drew that card and all my magical items disappeared.
You lost one magical item, and I merely suggested
I
it.
lost two. I had that bag, that fancy bag that holds all the stuff that our money was in, and now we have to carry all of our money.
Oh, the horror.
Not that we have much left anymore. But
Exactly.
I feel like I have missed some context.
You don't need to know.
a black wisp swallowed the book into my brain, and Joker said I should get it checked out. So can we go talk to the witch?
Maybe the witch will know. Yes, obviously this is where we're supposed
So
to
don't open the book.
I wasn't going
Because
to!
I might be cursed. But don't tell anybody else, please.
Can I do an Arcana check? to see if I've ever heard of something that would do something like that?
You can go ahead and attempt to, yes.
Okay. Because I'm trained in Arcana, but that's a 2. That's 7 total, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not really familiar with that kind of magic.
No.
Not your wheelhouse.
No.
Please don't tell Marquies, because he's gonna scold me, because this is a choice that I do this is something I do all the time, and I
Mhm.
haven't learned.
I'm sure.
Marquies, how close are you to everybody? 'Cause
I'm sure.
His ears are ringing. Mommy.
I mean, like, we were all pretty close together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like you
He's just
wandered
looking
away.
at booths
Yeah.
somewhere else, and I'm like, don't tell him. I don't want him to know.
I mean, I'm sure he'll figure it out when we
No.
go and talk to the witch.
No, he's not coming with us, right?
He's obviously following us.
Fuck.
Well, maybe we'll ask for a friend.
Marquies, hey. Maybe there's an
I'm right
alchemist
behind
here.
you.
Maybe there's an alchemist here that has like super cool magical items. And potion components. You should go find them. And I'll bet to read you that book.
But I can just read it for him.
But I need your help.
I think you're going to need all of us.
Yes, we should all go.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you guys are going to the witch's tent then, right?
Yes.
So you start heading kind of east-southeast among the throng of tents. Eventually, instead of being tightly grouped together, they start to like scatter a bit more until you're not really walking between tents, but from tent to tent, and eventually it's a longer jaunt to the quote-unquote witch's tent here at the end. You do find it. It is not a large tent, but definitely one that stands out with its kind of dark purple exterior, kind of a yellow gold tasseling along it as well. So you reach the tents. Say it takes you about a good 15 minutes, 20-ish minutes jaunting that way. So, but you do find the tent. What are you doing?
Do we see any people around nearby? Like,
No.
I knock on the post.
I mean, there's not really a post outside, but there is a barrel outside, and on that barrel, you actually you see a creature there. Looks like a cat. Looks like just kind of like one of the like what are the little desert spotted cats, the fluffy
Furballs.
ones with the big tails,
Oh, kitty! Hi, kitty.
and it's like licking its paw, and it looks up at you for a second, and then goes back to licking the paw.
Can I pet you?
No,
Oh. Why?
I just groomed myself.
So? Do it again.
No,
I can prestidigitation you re-clean.
don't you dare.
Be nice to the cat.
I want to pet the kitty.
It did not give you consent, and therefore
That's true.
respect that.
What's your name?
You're all very strange.
Why?
Usually when people come to the tent and I start talking to them, they usually run away.
Oh, well, Poppy can talk, and I summon Poppy.
We've seen a lot.
Mhm.
Poppy, say hi. It's polite.
And Poppy like looks up at this thing and goes,
That's not saying hi, Poppy.
and Poppy like looks at you and is like looking back at this cat and is like in your head is like, are you for real?
Oh,
What is it? What's wrong?
It's not a cat.
Looks like a cat.
It's not a cat.
You're not a cat either, technically.
I'm the same way a cat is. That is a cat.
Oh, what is it?
And she's like, right, you can't see it.
See what?
It's not a cat.
I pick Poppy
Poppy does the cat. Like,
up. Okay, well, she doesn't want to talk right now, but she says you're not a cat.
and the cat just keeps cleaning itself and is like, yeah, and?
I want to speak and cat to the cat. Can you speak, cat?
The cat's like, back in cat. It's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what are you?
Why are you meowing at this thing?
Oh, she speaks the language of the animals.
This group and all your magic cats, I don't understand.
Are you the witch from the witch's tent? I look up. Is there like a sign or anything?
Is this your tent?
My master's in here.
Oh, are
Are you
you?
like a familiar?
And the cat just is like, it like stretches out and goes, boy, you finally got it, didn't you?
Oh. Poppy, you didn't have to be so mean. It's just a familiar.
And the cat's like, yeah, you didn't have to be so mean. And Poppy's just like staring
Making
daggers.
the cat growl noise.
Mhm. Like,
Misty's way more civil than you are. Misty doesn't have a thought in his little brain, I don't think.
I'll look at the familiar and say, "Are you taking admittance for your master, or how can we just go in?" Or
the cat does a little circle on the top of the barrel and then like looks into the tent, like really intense look on its face, and then looks back at the rest of you and says, I guess you can go in.
oh, cool.
Goes back to cleaning itself.
Oh, before we go in, have you seen a Makote and a fancy red hat?
Maybe.
Do you know where he went?
Probably inside.
Okay, cool. Let's go inside.
Inside!
So, you guys enter the tent. Even when you open one of the flaps to go inside, it's dark in here. Like,
Oh, we've got
the
Poppy.
light. What? And Poppy is literally the light
Oh,
in this dark space.
Light?
Your light spell? What do you...
I'll just touch it to my finger.
Okay. Yeah, your light, where it would normally shed 10 or so feet of bright light, like, it's relegated to, like, the small space on your finger.
it's so dark in here.
I wonder if there's some sort of magic going on.
Probably.
Good thing most of us can see in the dark.
And,
This is highly unregulated.
Yeah.
yeah, even those of you with dark vision, like,
I quit lighting my own sword.
Oh.
there you go.
Hello?
Just echoes beyond.
Is somebody here?
You see, like, a small bit of light behind you. It looks like the cat has let itself in, and then, like, you see the yellows of its eyes, like, turn back at you, and then all of a sudden, those cat eyes are standing as tall as you guys are, and it's like, well, go in.
We're in.
No, go in.
Okay, tall cat.
Yeah, I guess we'll keep heading in.
As you guys walk further in, you walk past the eyes that are the cat eyes that are now at your height, and those of you with light, what are your passive perceptions?
16.
18.
Asher?
11.
Milos, your light sheds just a little bit further than everybody's as you go past, and you see the light catches just the very edge of the area where these eyes are at your height, and like you see this quick like movement of dark tendrils.
Oh, that's uneasy, but okay. Remind me, are the earrings verbal or are they telepathic?
They're verbal.
But you can, like, whisper.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper in my ears. Be on guard. That thing looked creepy. But I'll continue on.
So you guys walk for a good solid 3 or 4 minutes before finally you see looks to be a house on
Chicken legs.
the horizon.
Baba Yaga.
Is it a familiar house?
Huh? It is a familiar house.
Is it Mother Motoya's
It
house?
is Mother Martel's
Oh,
house.
this is just perfect. She knows everything there is to know about the void.
That is true. She does. As soon as I recognize Mother Motoya's house, I'd be like, does it lighten up as we come?
As you get closer to the house, yeah. I mean, the house is the only thing that is standing out in this dark space area.
Mhm.
You see the jagged metal picket gates that you guys saw when you had come upon it in the forest. And it's still in its 2-story dilapidated mess. But you can see a couple figures in the living room talking, and one of them, bright red, Makode male.
Oh, it looks like Araha's at Mother Motoya's. Let's go, and I will start running towards the front door.
Knock on the door. Go and knock on her door.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are... This is very strange for you, by the way, Gregor, as this house is in this space, and...
Oh, you have no fucking...
and everybody's like, yay, house! And you're just like, what?
It's okay, we've been here before, kind of.
She's a friend of ours.
Yeah, she's a friend. Kind of.
I don't think you understand that, in the Empire, the most magic you see are maybe little trinkets that are safe for public use. This is well, it seems very, very bad. This should not happen.
No, it's fine. I can assure you, completely regulated. She has all the permits.
She probably invented them.
You seem like a very honest person, so I will take your word for it, but it is highly unusual.
Just
Shut up!
lying.
Shut up!
Right?
I only wanted to lie to you. You judge me.
So you knock at the door,
Yeah.
Milos, and you hear some swishing back and forth, and then suddenly the door opens up, and you see this broom standing in front of you.
I'm just gonna yell, Mother Motoya, we're here!
And you hear this old woman's voice respond with, "Who is here?"
Yeah, I think you might want to be more descriptive with that one.
It's Ellie!
And
And
Milos and Asher and Den and Marquies
And some guy we met yesterday.
and a friend. And not Becky.
And not Becky. She's napping.
And she says, "Oh,
Dirt napping.
okay, well,
Forever.
follow the broom."
Okay, hey Broomy, how you doing, buddy? I give him a little fist bump.
Does he have
The broom
this?
handle hits you, hits your fist, and then, starts sweeping inside to the living room. Are you following?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gregor, this broom is walking around and escorting you into a living room.
This is highly inappropriate.
It's just a sentient broom. What's wrong with it?
Rooms should not be sentient nor move on their own.
But think about all the housework you could get done without having to do it.
Just pretend this is a dream.
It is a very elaborate dream.
This is all a
Wait
dream.
until he actually
Gregor
has
is
the dreams.
dreaming. Yes, that is much better.
See? That's easier, right?
He hasn't seen me cast any summon magic yet.
That's true. He's in for a big surprise.
Oh, yeah. I better not do a vision summon around him.
So you guys walk into the living area where Mother Matoya is sitting in her old creaky wooden chair across from a couple of figures that are sitting on an old Davenport-style couch, and one of them is a Raha, and he goes, "Oh, was I gone that long? I didn't expect you to come looking after me after such a short while."
I mean, it's been several hours. It's day now.
I wasn't worried about you. I just have a question.
What?
Not for you.
Oh, okay.
I was worried. Where have you been?
Here?
I heard you made a friend.
Yes, this is, and he points to the figure, and he's like,
He's...
"I don't think I ever got your name."
Oh, he doesn't even know his name.
You want me to play the jealous boyfriend? I'm playing the jealous boyfriend.
And you see this figure, just kind of a big, baggy cloak, pulls back his hood now, and you see he's got this, like, really long red hair that kind of stands up and arcs back a little bit. And he looks humanoid enough, pale skin, and he has, like, very bright green eyes. And he has this little kind of red bandana across his forehead with white chevrons, and he looks up and says, "No, I don't think that we need names at all here." And he looks over at Mother Matoya, and Matoya just kind of rolls her eyes a little bit.
You're the only one here who doesn't have a name, then.
Well, understand that my kind are not ones that give our name freely.
Are they swirling green eyes? Like, oh.
Just bright green eyes.
Would I know if that's like a Fae thing? Like.
No, just
Okay.
yeah, just seems to have some kind of really bright green eyes, which are very stark. His hair is like dark red. I'm talking like not a redhead red, but like dark red. Since your passive perception is pretty high, he does have around his neck, like he's got the cloak, but you can see just the top of what looks to be like a choker of some kind, and the choker itself has like this obsidian style stone built into the gold choker.
Well, it would have been nice for you to come home last night, but I understand you have other ideas. What brought you to Mother Matoya?
He did, actually. I was just speaking to him about the Void and finding a little information about it, and he said that he knew somebody, and I met Mother Matoya here, so I was just gathering some information.
Oh, good. You have the same question I do. What do you know about the Void? All of you. All y'all. All
y'all. And Mother Matoya goes, "Look around you. I know plenty. What do you..."
I opened Becky's book and a black wisp flew into my face. And I don't know what that means,
I'm
but I
sorry.
might be cursed.
No, it's not a curse.
Oh, what is it?
It's Call it a passenger.
So she's possessed?
If she were possessed, she would be not her.
What does a passenger mean? Is it like a little demon?
No, the demons live
Or a little
in the hells.
little like creature of some sort?
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Okay, how do I get rid of it?
I mean,
Is it nice?
well, it's just probably looking for a way into the world, that's all.
Is it evil?
Well, creatures from the void have their own tendencies, so...
Do I need to get rid of it, or do I just, let it go on its own way and live its life?
It can go its own way.
You're being very vague.
Well, let's just say this. You can either take it home, or let it ride along for a while. It's up to you.
So we have to bring it back to the void?
Well, we have to go to the... You know what? Fancy enough. We need to go to the void. How do we get there?
I have a question.
Yes?
Is the void a plane?
Yes and no.
Okay.
See, it's like our world. It's created by the outsiders as a copy of our world. And you see, the 12 didn't really like that too much. And so they cut it off from our world. But it still mimics and is beside our world.
Like the astral plane?
Similar.
So if we were to go to this plane somehow and get Becky's soul back, you can get rid of your passenger.
Right.
Oh yeah, Becky died.
Becky's definitely very dead. We have her wrapped in a rug.
And she's like, that is unfortunate.
But we're trying to get her soul back.
Good luck. Those packs are pretty hard to break.
Well, she's already in 3 pacts.
Wait, 3?
3?
Yeah, I mean, she has the pact with the Bolos, she has the pact with the Esper, and she has the pact with Kefka.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Esper that gave her wings.
Yeah.
Well, an Esper is a little bit different pact. It's like you and your summons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Kefka?
That's unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
He body snatched her while she's been dead.
Well, a pactee is property of the Pact Master, yes.
The Bolos can show up in her body if he wants to?
He's not really that kind of guy.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess he could.
Okay. Maybe we should bury her.
Why?
Just so that he becomes into her body, he's in the dirt and not, in our tent with us.
But then someone could find her.
We could bury her into a tent.
We're not gonna stay in the tent forever.
We'll briefly bury her in the sand. We'll get her back.
Sure.
Sand angels in the sand.
Yeah.
So how do we get there?
You're gonna have to find somebody who can open a portal for you.
Okay. Back to plan 1.
Well, did you tell me about the dog? Because I
Did
wasn't.
you tell me
knows
about the
that.
dog?
I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
we all know about the dog.
I wasn't there though,
yep.
so I don't know that's a thing.
Okay, well, I'm going to say that one of the items that he looked at was the dog, and the dog said the dog could take people to another plane and back.
One person.
One person.
One person to go to the void for Becky's soul. Seems
Yeah.
a little risky.
I don't think I don't think we can only bring one of us to get her soul. We need the entire group, if not in an army. I have no idea.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we can get rid of her faster. She can take
Yeah,
a peek.
I can get rid of my passenger. I can take a peek, see what's going on, and then come right back.
I look at Mother Matoya. Could that work?
I mean, you could take a peek and see what's on the what's in the void.
It sounds dangerous.
Everything we do is dangerous.
Sounds like fun.
Do you want to go instead?
No, but I have the passenger.
Yeah, she needs to go.
Do you think she should try just to see? Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right?
I could die.
Exactly.
If you get stuck in the void, become a void send. With your powers as a summoner, that would be entertaining.
Okay.
I'm not condoning this in any way.
Okay, well, if we open up a portal to the void and all go, then the same thing could happen to us then, too, right?
Yeah. Apparently they say there's safety in numbers and all of that.
It's an idea.
You just take a peek.
How bad of an idea is that? How bad could that be? Just a quick 10 seconds in the void.
Just the tip.
I'll see if I can call out to Becky.
That is 100% your choice.
Oh, yeah, why not? Let's try it.
Are you using the dog here?
I'm the one using it.
Oh, I have to use it. This is a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
I don't know.
You're the voice of reason here.
I think it's a bad idea.
You
I
think
don't-
all magic is a bad idea?
Yes, but this one especially. But this is dream, so...
So this isn't real. It's fine.
There's no real repercussions here.
Maybe we wait and see if we can find the person who can open the portal.
Maybe that's a better idea.
Yeah, that would be a better idea.
We still haven't figured out what this key is that
Joker gave
me.
us.
Well, Joker said we needed to wait for something.
We need to learn more about the spire. I mean, maybe it's from the void? I'll ask Mother Matoya about the spire specifically, if it sounds like something that she has ever heard of or anything that might be from the void.
And she says, "Oh, I've been watching that lately. Yeah, that's interesting. No, not from the void. Something from the past."
Do you know anything about that? And I point to Milos. All of Milos.
I think she means...
I think his name is Milos.
No, I'd point down.
Oh, yes, that's a sarong.
I'll like lift up their sarong and show her my leg, and like this thing.
Yeah, that's
He's cursed too.
Yeah.
We're all collecting curses.
He's cursed. You're cursed. It's all cursed.
This is cursed.
Who's
That
all
is
cursed?
cursed.
With all curses.
But she's like, no, that's unfortunately outside of my knowledge pool.
Well, hell.
Wait, why did Baraha want to know more about the void?
Raha's like, I was just asking for Becky.
Oh, I didn't know if you had other ideas, like...
I was just asking around.
He was doing what we should have already done because he appreciates Becky.
Well, I know how much she means to all of you, and, I knew her for a bit too, so...
You're such a great person.
I'm doing a insight check on him.
How are you so jealous?
Yeah.
You all suggested that he was cheating on me. I did not care and or know.
Something like a 6.
6? Yeah, he seems
Cool. Okay.
pretty intent on doing this for Becky, so... Yeah, he's like, yeah, I was just asking around, and this guy overheard me and said that he knew somebody, so... I mean, what was the harm in coming to a tent? And then the tent turned out to be this, and yeah.
Mother Matoya, why are you in this area? Why is your tent? I mean, you're here, but why is your tent here?
I'm technically in all places at any given time, but...
Okay. Well, why this certain place?
I told you I was watching the tower.
Oh, that's right. You said it was from some other time?
From a long time ago, yeah.
But it's just appeared. Was it buried? Was it hidden under the ground?
The sand tends to hide things.
Do you know what it does?
Nope. That's why I'm here.
Well, we're gonna go investigate it.
Good luck.
Well, we're not supposed. Well, it's like a trap for Milos or something.
To go or not to go? That is the
Oh
question.
no, we're definitely gonna go. We have to figure out how to get rid of that metal in his leg.
Unless we try and find someone who can take us to the void first.
Well, Kefka said the person Becky stole the book from would be able to open a portal.
And Mother Matoya goes, "What book?"
Oh, this book.
You're holding up the book?
Yeah.
And she looks at the book and she says, that's Ezra's book.
Yeah, I think we knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that, but who is she?
She's someone who's kind of a wily black mage. She's been around for a while. She likes to leave her little trinkets around for new pacties to find.
Do you know where we can find her?
It's pretty easy. You just open up the book and she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, you should be able to find her pretty easy."
Is she inside of me? Is that what that little wisp was?
No, but that is her void scent familiar.
Oh, I don't know how to communicate with it.
You don't. But it's always listening.
Oh. Hey, buddy, can you lead me to your master, please? You can give me, some head movies about it or something.
You
Or,
don't get anything.
and give me a weird dream about where to find her. Or just, let her know we're here and we've got her book.
And you, all of a sudden feel this little tingle up your spine.
Oh, I didn't like that. I think it worked. It might have worked. Something felt different.
Did it point you in a direction?
No, I just made my spine tingly.
Maybe keep saying that phrase then.
And Mother Matoya, looks around her house and says, "Huh, that didn't take long."
Oh, is she here? Is she here already?
Nobody can enter my domain unless I
No,
say
but I
so.
mean, is she outside?
Yes, she's waiting with a giant club to bonk you on the head.
Oh. Are you lying? You're lying. You're making a joke.
She catches on quick, doesn't she?
She does. And she's watching something over your head. And she's like, "Just pretend that you don't know anything's happening."
Me?
Yes.
That's pretty easy.
Wait, who are you talking to? You were looking.
Don't worry about it.
Would any of us know about scrying
You see, you're proficient
in Arcana?
Anybody who's proficient in Arcana, yeah, you would know that scrying is definitely a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also proficient in Arcana.
Then you should know that Arcana, or that scrying is certainly a thing.
So somebody's scrying on me.
Possibly.
Is Ezra?
Ezra.
Don't say that. You're gonna. I'm gonna stop that.
Beetlejuice.
I just feel like you said a lot of Latin.
Is Ezra what?
You sound like a weak bitch. I said it out loud.
Wow.
Maybe don't
We're
piss
just
off the person that
We're
we're
just
trying
trying to return her property.
No, we're not. Becky would kill us. We don't have her property.
We just need her to help us go to the void. We just want to go on a vacation there. This earth sucks. Let's check out the
Oh my gosh.
We heard she's got a travel agency specifically to the void.
God.
And Mother Matoya goes, "Well, I mean, you should probably be on your way."
Yeah, it was nice seeing you again.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lovely day. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Guy with no name.
And the figure just kind of looks at you for a second, and you actually like meet eyes with him for a second. Elspeth is he kind of raises his head from the hood for a second, and then suddenly you get this vision in your mind for a hot second, and you are suddenly flying
Okay.
above Alexandria, and you're circling it, and suddenly something starts happening to the ground underneath Alexandria. It starts to crack and break apart. And this terrible looking machina bursts forth from the ground. And suddenly the capital is on fire. And you can hear the screams of people dying in the streets as this machina, this very, very large, menacing-looking machina, is firing like lasers all around the city. And walls of fire are coming up from those lasers, and it is like actively like stepping on things on the street, on people. And as the fireflies begin to rise up, it like roars and it pulls in those fireflies. And suddenly you're snapped back as the figure like breaks eye contact with you. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
That's not nothing.
Be on your way.
Who are you?
Nobody important.
I don't believe that.
And he looks at everybody and he says, I must leave. And he stands up pretty abruptly and exits Mother Matoya's house. And on his way out, you have an 18 for passive perception. Who has 18 or higher?
I was 16.
So the three of you notice, just as he's about to close the door behind him, there is a small red feather that falls to the floor and gets swept out the door as he closes it. And Mother Matoya goes, are you all staying for tea, or
Who was that?
a traveler?
You know his name, don't you?
I do, but I'm not going to tell you. That would be rude.
Ugh.
Did you describe to us what the machina that you saw looked like?
Which one? The airship or the
Both of them.
I mean, I would have.
When Gregor wasn't around.
Yeah, I probably would have said it on Gregor. I don't feel like he would have. I don't feel like Nico would have wanted me to talk about something Empire related in front of an Empire soldier. So, sorry, you do not get to know.
Are you describing what you saw to the group? Or are you waiting?
I'm gonna go in a corner.
Hey, listen. Hey. Okay.
Yeah, stage with
So I had this vision when I made eye contact with this guy.
And I tell them what I saw.
Okay.
So Ellie describes what happened in the capital city, and the machine that she describes is this monstrous machine that stands almost as large as the highest spire on the cathedral. The machine itself is a dark black metal, and it has these large legs that seem to resemble those of a dragon, but centaur in appearance, as it has a humanoid body at the top of it, and the arms have giant metallic claws, but the face itself is somewhere between humanoid and draconic.
Eight fireflies. Maybe that's why they were all going to the city. This might be what Marquies saw. It got him killed. Might be we know there's Machina underneath the church.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it. I think this is something they're doing.
Very possible. If that vision comes to pass, capital will be destroyed. But who's to blame?
My gut feeling is the church.
The church is going to destroy their own capital?
Maybe. They don't use Machina. Maybe
Yeah, they don't use Machina.
Yeah.
Why
But
would
maybe they're going to blame it on someone else. So that they look like the heroes.
so they 9/11 essentially is what you're saying. Like they're destroying their own buildings and making it look like.
I mean, I don't know. There's far more far-reaching, but we know either that or I mean, what if somebody else finds out that there's Machina underneath the church or the Capitol and finds a way to activate it?
Hmm?
Is that 9/11? Is that?
Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory that it's an inside job.
I mean,
Have you never heard that?
Yeah, I just said they were bringing it up.
I mean,
so casually.
It's been 20 years. You can make jokes about it now.
I'm no Josh.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Yeah,
but
I'm
just
not
saying-
joking,
Just saying,
bitch.
yeah, it's not jokes, but something. Yeah, some
Yeah.
real people did have
Yeah.
conversations.
Anyway, sorry.
I mean,
Anyway.
it's damning that it runs on fireflies, and we know that they've been diverting them to the capital for some reason. There's no other reason to need that many souls from the life stream. There's no other reason for it than to power something that big.
Unless the Empire is using it as a tactic to take down the capital and take over.
Gregor?
Yes.
Are your people wanting to take over the capital here?
I'm not privy to the plans of what the Empire is doing, but in general, we do go to our neighbors and we remove those who are a corrupting influence. Corrupt politicians. We make sure that the people are given the proper housing and food so that they may live prosperous lives. We in the Empire, we just want people to have good lives. That is why I joined the military. I want to give people the great life that I was given.
Did you know about the Machina underneath the capital?
I do not know anything about the Machina in the capital.
Under the church?
I don't know what you are talking about.
Do you know there's a Machina under the church?
I do not know.
I think we need to talk to Joker.
What's he gonna know about the Machina?
I think he knows a lot more than he's told us.
I'm sure that's accurate.
I mean, we met him in the Capitol. We went there under his direction. Down into the...
Oh, yeah, yes. To
the
see
church.
the Machina, I guess.
We know it's there. He knows it's there.
While you guys are talking, Mother Matoya speaks with those not talking to each other there, and looks at Marquies and Dan and is like, "Oh, I think your guest is here." And she draws a little line with her hand, and you see this little small portal open up in front of her that you can see, and you see this woman, full on black dress, with this black wizard, like, hat, and, one, eye covered with a black patch, and, she seems to be looking around, and then, like, casting different spells, and Mother Matoya goes, I'm not worried about her finding this place, but, I do need to move on, so you all need to leave.
Oh yeah, it was great seeing you. Thanks for the tea.
I didn't offer tea, but okay.
I thought you did.
She said she was asking if we were going to stay for tea.
Oh.
But we didn't.
Well, thanks for offering tea, but we've got to go.
Yeah, you do. So you guys leave Matoya's. Those of you that saw the feather see it now, kind of on the last stoop of the porch leading down to the ground. Just a sole red feather. It's small for the size of the person that left, but probably about that large or so.
Do we recognize that feather as like from a specific animal or anything like that?
You can take the feather and investigate it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll grab the feather.
Okay. Anybody can make a... We're going to call it a medicine check.
Ooh. 23.
23. This is from a very rare race of people. You recognize kind of the edging and the diamond edge on it, and the little, it's got a little white like chevron at the end of it, and you recognize it as you kind of turn it in your hand, and you're like, this is from an eagle.
Eagle? Can you spell that for me, please?
Aegyl. Eagle. They are a race that is very rare. A lot of people thought that they died out a long, long time ago, because there was this mysticism surrounding them. A lot of people thought that they were basically angels on Earth, which is not the case. But a lot of people hunted them down for their feathers as good luck charms and all this other stuff, which was never the case at first. But a lot of rumors had gone around about them actually having some kind of connection to some kind of source, because a lot of them were able to predict what was going to happen. Small events, but some of them back in history had predicted events like the Cataclysm.
Oh, that doesn't bode well for us all.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're staring at the feather, Milos, suddenly a vision comes to you. And you are seeing the same vision that Ellie was describing a moment ago. And you hear and smell and feel the death around you. Your geomantic senses tingling as the earth is just ripped and torn to shreds. And your view is a little bit different than Ellie's was, because you're now at the height of this machine, and it opens its chest for a brief moment as it sucks in those pyroflies around it. There you see a humanoid in the machine, and it looks like their arms are stretched out. Their arms locked into the machine, their legs locked into the machine, and they kind of have their head hanging down. A mop of hair hides their face, And as the souls start to pour in, they pour in towards this person. And the person looks up exactly where you are standing. There's a green face, black horns, and black wings. And that is where we'll end this episode. So make sure, guys, to tune in next time. We will find out what's going on here with these visions. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.